mental health for motherhood itself is not spoken about. I don't think the focus on the mother is as much as what we give for the newborn child.
There are so many things that get cut off, and you're made to feel that you're not a part of so many things. Maybe they give about 3 months, but is 3 months enough to leave a little baby at home? Everybody was marching towards something, but I was at home taking care of a child. I didn't think that taking care of a child was good enough.
Because a happy child is happy only if there's a happy mother.
Society paints this picture of glowing moms, angelic babies, and life feeling like a Johnson's baby ad. But let's be real. We all know motherhood is not just that. It's sticky floors, sleepless nights, and asking yourself if biscuits can be a meal. So, what is one thing about motherhood and mental health that you think we don't talk about enough? We'll start with Pooja.
I think mental health for motherhood itself is not spoken about. I don't think, not just mental health, health as a whole, right?
That's
Like
true.
after being pregnant or after having a child, I don't think the focus on the mother is as much as what we give for the newborn child, right? As simple as just asking her if does she feel hungry? Has she eaten enough? Does she want to rest? No one talks about it. It's always about, have you fed the child? Did the child sleep? Is there rashes and ABC, like whatever questions, right? So I think the focus on health for a mother is extremely important because a happy child is happy only if there's a happy mother. No matter how many ever support system you can have 10 nannies, you can have their entire family to be there. But if the mother is not emotionally, mentally, physically there for the child, it will have an impact on the child, right? I think there's also the fact of mother guilt coming in, right? When you're a new mother, it's always like, okay, I need to be there for my child. I need to do this. I have done that, right? I had my family to support me, but it's always like, okay, it's my child. So I need to be the one to do it. And you obviously end up feeling like sleep deprived and it takes a huge toll. And that's when postpartum depression kicks in. So might as well take the step even before you get to a dark space. So I think more focus on health is very, very important. So motherhood and mental health, it's still not together. It's still like two separate things that we think about, but I think it's high time we all start focusing on it as well.
Got it. Gayatri, how about you? What do you think one thing that we don't speak about enough when it comes to
I think
mother?
she's covered quite a bit. I think to also create a very positive environment for any parent, both mother and father, I would say is very, very important by the family, by the friends, because I think there's so much of understanding that is required when you enter that parenting. There are so many things that get cut off. And you're made to feel that you're not a part of so many things, right?
That's true.
So these are things also I feel has to become a part of our talk. I think, like she said, within the home, outside of the home, I think people should start feeling the need to be more inclusive when it comes to the idea of not being available. So I think that's something that I learned through my, journey as a parent, where some days I felt really left out, but then, it took a lot of work for me to think that okay, I think this is how it's going to be, but it's okay.
But that's fine.
But it's okay. It's fine. Took a long time for me to get to because
I'm
I
sure-
felt I was not doing enough. I was not being there.
I'm sure in your journey from say when you had your first child to when you had your third child, there would have been a lot of growth
Oh,
that you have had, right? From wanting to be there for everything while still having a child to saying, this is fine, I can skip this. This is the phase of life I am.
Yeah, in fact, that word FOMO, right? We all keep talking about so
Yeah.
much. It was high, like it was peak, between the three children. And with social media, I feel like it takes a toll on you, really.
It
I've
does.
gone through those phases many times. And I feel like that's something people have to be. I mean, I don't know what they can do socially, but, they can just be more understanding, is what I feel.
I agree. I agree. And if you're doing, having something, a party or an event, if you have a feeding mother, you can make sure that they're comfortable. The space is conducive to
Absolutely.
having a child over.
Absolutely.
if you
And in
want to make
fact,
it
even
conducive.
in organizations, if mothers can have, more leverage to take, maternity leave, which is still not very prevalent in a lot of organizations.
That's true.
Maybe they give about 3 months, but is 3 months enough to leave a little baby at home?
For an
Where do we
entire
have
day.
creches today? We have very few.
That's true.
Are they a good standard? Do they have good, people taking care of the children? There is so much more to do as a society.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So when you said you feel left out,
Yes.
what do you mean by that? What kind of a disconnect did you have?
For me, I think it was more intellectually, professionally, because at that point, when I delivered my first child when I was 28, I think that's like a career, I won't say peak, but a good place to start your career. Everybody was marching towards something, but I was at home taking care of a child. I didn't think that taking care of a child was good enough.
That's
And
true.
it took me a long time to understand that this is very important too. You're bringing up the next generation of children. You're doing so much more for the society, but it took me a long time to understand and appreciate that.
But that's also because of the society that we are in, where, oh, what you're doing, I'm just at home. It's that just which
Exactly.
we are conditioned to think of it as a just.
And this narrative changed for me, and then I spoke to 2 3 women who just delivered, and they were at home taking care of the children. Oh, what do? I'm at home. I'm just at home doing nothing. I'm at home, doing house. I said, that's a huge thing to do. Why are you undermining yourself? You have to be efficient to be a homemaker. You can't just be doing nothing. That's not what a homemaker is, right? They do so much.
It's the hardest job I've had. I've worked in a corporate company. I've done my own thing. The hardest role I've had is being a homemaker, because there is no off button there also. You don't get to turn off. You're
Absolutely.
always present. You're always there. I leave the house today, I can not think of what is happening at home for 4 hours, and that is a blessing.
Exactly.
But there is no switching off in that
No way.
room.
In fact, people, they tell me that it's one of the most difficult things to do, because during the day when the children are in school, you're doing all the housework, and then when they come, you have to be still available.
Yeah.
Right, mentally, physically, to do things. The husband comes home a little later, has some so many demands. This has to be done, dinner has to be on the table. It's like round the clock. Then you wake up in the morning again and then do the same routine again and again, day after day. I think we need to appreciate homemakers.
Our mums.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not the easiest of roles.
Yeah.